Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Gizmo Guru. Today, we'll be doing a review on the small steel gun mini Bluetooth speaker. And this will be a full review of the Bluetooth speaker. And remember, if you like my channel, please like and subscribe so I can keep bringing you amazing content. And also, there will be a link in the description below where you can purchase the speaker. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, in front of us, we have the small steel gun Bluetooth speaker. Now, the reason I decided to buy this speaker is I wanted a really small speaker I could throw into my pocket, something I didn't have to lug around, but still had decent battery life and decent audio. And that's where this guy came in. And I also wanted a speaker that was kind of fun and cool. And this definitely fit the bill. Now, the first place I'll kind of start off is the price. So, this speaker, on average, runs about $17.99, somewhere in that range. However, as of right now, it's November 20th, and it is on sale on Amazon for about like $15 or so. So, very good deal on this. Now, as far as the size of the speaker, it is definitely very small. Now, before I ordered the speaker, I thought it was a little bit shorter, like around this short. So when it showed up and I saw that it was a little bit bigger, I was kind of surprised. But nonetheless, I took a look at it and went over it, listened to it a bunch, and this thing is pretty sweet. So you do have your main speaker on the front. That's where I'll start off. Now, this is 5 watts, which is nice. And this is kind of like a aluminum material and then some polypropylene here for the gasket. And then on the back here, you have your radiator, which is really nice for a speaker this size to even have this. So I was pretty impressed with that. The other thing you have too on this speaker that's nice is you notice these little LEDs right here. So this actually goes to the beat of the music. So if I turn this music on here, I'll let you guys listen. And before I let you listen to it, I do not own the rights to this music. So as you can see, this speaker sounds incredible for the size. So I'm instantly sold on this thing. Now, a few weird things on it. So there is no volume button. That was one thing that I've never seen on a Bluetooth speaker. So not a deal breaker by any means, but that was just kind of weird. So there's your power plug. There's your on-off button. And then this is actually how you turn the LEDs off or change them, just by holding this button in. So that's nice. Now, battery life on this, because everyone's going to ask, it's about 4 hours, which I believe that, because I listened to it for well over an hour, and it still has power, and I ran it pretty hard, too. That usually drains the battery very quick. That 4 hours is usually measured at a very low volume, so at max volume, it did incredibly well. And that was just an hour today. I used it for about 2 hours yesterday, so I used it quite a bit, and it still has a charge, which is nice. Now, as far as recharging it goes, that takes about 2.5 hours. So, not horrible, definitely doable, but overall, my experience in using this thing, I mean, it is a perfect size. Very well made, too, I will say that. The sound's pretty good. Even on a high, it sounded really nice. And for only being like around $20 or so, I'm very impressed with the speaker so far. And another thing that I forgot to mention on this, so there's a TWS, which stands for True Wireless speaker, and you can actually get 2 of these speakers and hook them up together and then have like a 3D sound basically. So you can hook 2 of these speakers together. And the other reason I got it too, that kind of mentioning that is, so I got this for my iPad. So I love listening to music and stuff on my iPad and, videos on YouTube, whatnot. But the speakers on the iPad aren't the greatest. because they're on the very bottom. So I got the speaker in hopes that, I can make that much louder and more vibrant. And so I'm just getting this one for right now, but I definitely want to get a second speaker now because these speakers for what they cost are amazing. I looked at a bunch of different options and none of them really did what I wanted, or they were either too big or they were just entirely too small. I did look at one that was about half the size of this, which would have worked no problem, but this one definitely fit the bill. So if you want a really good little speaker that's kind of fun, doesn't break the bank, I would definitely pick one of these up. And yeah, I hope that helps.